everyone, Bonescoon here. Welcome back to Lords Mobile. Guys, today I'm going to be covering a topic that kind of has to do with the new heroes, but not as much because I've already come out with a ranting video, and you all, maybe not all of you, but a lot of you have seen it, and you had your own opinions on it and everything like that. And today I really wanted to go over ways that I think would be possibly even more profitable for IGG to do rather than come out with heroes like this, because this right here is another $11,000 hero. I think she's the shapeshifter, whatever you call her, but as you can see, players that have her are pretty beefed up. I'm pretty sure that right there, the foot piece, is a special piece that you get from doing those events. But I also noticed a lot of the newer, like the people that got the Dark Magistrate, they either choose not to have the Shapeshifter, which a lot of the people that do spend the money to get a new hero to gold really fast will have them as the leader for a while to show them off. But in any case, I think that a lot of people that got the Dark Magistrate have not gotten Shapeshifter. I think that they may have called it a day after spending 11 grand in one go on a hero. At the end of the day, IGG is a business. Last I checked, they're not a non-profit, so they're going to do whatever they can to make as much money as they can. And unfortunately, that means that they don't care about their member, like the people playing the games, as much as they do about making the money. It's about the amount of money that they make. And I know that that is a harsh way to define IGG, but you have to understand that's how a lot of businesses work. And that doesn't make IGG an evil business or anything like that. That's just them trying to make money, trying to be profitable, try to make a living, and then the CEO trying to get his sixth, mansion, private island, I don't know. But in any case, I don't agree with the new heroes because I think that they gap free-to-play people from pay-to-play people even more. And, as the game progresses, that's just going to be the case. However, I think that there are ways that light spenders or free-to-play people can still kind of benefit from these pay-to-play methods without having to release people like this. Now, one way, and this is a little tricky, but not too much so, is to increase the level cap. Right now it's at 60. Now, I know that a lot of people already have energy on hand, which means that those players can easily get to the next level cap, not energy, experience, easily get to the next level cap and then call it a day. Now, that would be the free-to-play thing, and then you would get the benefit of having certain leaders leveled up a little more and everything like that. And so free-to-play people could get through hero stages or easier. If they only have free-to-play hero options, it's harder to get through all those hero stages. However, this is where a pay-to-play factor would go in. I believe that they could give a similar approach. Sorry guys, I just woke up. That Destiny did. Now, what Destiny did, I believe with their first major DLC, they raised their level cap. But then they ran into a problem because the gear that was out, it was defined by a certain level, and that was pretty much it. So people had the gear from their previous level cap that they already were wearing, but if they just decided, well, we're just going to go ahead and throw new higher level gear, a lot of people would be mad because they really enjoyed the gear that they had, the special abilities that they had and everything like that, and they felt like they were cheating out of the effort and money that they put into it in order to get their hands on that special gear. So what IGG did was they offered an upgrade option, and it wasn't easy to upgrade the items. You had to work for them a little bit. And what that did was it would essentially raise the level cap. So in addition to you having the option of getting your gear upgraded to the new level cap that you would get in this game, you can also do it on your own time, which means, say, I wake up and boom, the new level cap is 65 or something like that. I could go around and still. Actually, I could just do this. I could just still run around in all of my war gear. I mean, obviously the Terra Vial. All of my war gear, and then once I reach level 65, or if the level cap goes up to 70, I could go in and individually go ahead and do the thing and just be like, okay, well, now I raise this thing's abilities to level 65. And so, obviously, that's where the pay-to-play factor could come in, because I think that it wouldn't be a real, like, cheapskate option to make that a pay-to-play only function. Like, these days, it's not too difficult to get these items, like these level 60 pay-to-play gear items. My alternate account has a nearly blue Skull Crusher. It's almost as good as my main account's Skull Crusher. And I got that one through strictly free-to-play means. Which means that I had put I put a good deal of money into this, and I'm nowhere near even having a purple one. So I kind of feel like these days it's easier for free-to-play people to get that gear to green or blue and things like that, and you have to be a fairly heavy spender to get it to purple or beyond. So I think that having that as pretty much a pay-to-play only function would be completely fair. And yes, it would bridge the gap a little bit. Not bridge the gap, but it would widen the gap between free-to-play and pay-to-play a little more. However, it's not going to do it nearly as much as an $11,000 hero is going to do. And I know that people are kind of expecting, oh, well, like, it should still be kept even, but that's just not going to happen. In games like this, pay-to-play is going to become more and more viable, while free-to-play is going to become less and less. That being said, I think that that could be an option that isn't too expensive to do. Say, you can purchase the item at $5 a pop. And so I would honestly go through, and once I reach that, I would gladly pay $5 per piece to get. And I think that this should only affect level 60 gear. I think that level 50 gear should stay level 50, things like that. Or if you wanted, say you were planning on raising level cap to 65, if you gave that option to every gear piece with a 5 level increase, then the Terra Vial could go up to 55, and it could still remain kind of relevant, because some people still use it. It's not that powerful anymore. Honestly, if I could replace it with the Ambrosial Cup with ease, I would do so. But still, I use it because it's already gold, and that's not too bad. And if I could take that to level 55, I'd gladly do that. Which means that I would gladly spend $40 just to increase the level of all these gear pieces by 5 levels. Because in terms of micro spending, that doesn't feel like a lot at a time. I wouldn't have to do it all at once. And so many people are light spenders. Like, yes, there are a ton of pay-to-play people, but there are also people who are really light spenders. Like, they spend, I don't know, $10, $15 a month. Some people even just go and they're like, oh, well, here's my $5 pack of the month. And that could be something that they could spend on. When you come out with a hero that costs $11,000 and you have to spend $400 just to unlock it white, light spenders are not going to go for that. Not a single one's going to go for that. I haven't seen anybody with either of those two new heroes with anything less than gold, which means that the only people that are buying them are going straight for the $11,000 purchase and then calling it a day. And then you've got a complete drop-off from there of people who aren't buying it at all. And I find it hard to believe that that's making more money than something like that could do. Like, you keep releasing... they came out with... Let me see if I could just see in my purchase history. I've been upgrading heroes like crazy down here. So it may have Oh no, it may have erased it. Yep, it looks like it did. I purchased a $5 item I thought would be worth it because it offered a bunch of chests that gave completely random items, and I know one of those possible items was 10,000 holy stars. So I went for it. And I know that a deal like that, a lot of people are going to go for too, which means that that money's going to rack up from one $5 thing a month. Probably not as much as the $11,000 one, but considering that you come out with decent $5 packs all the time now, I guarantee that those things stacking up are going to make you a lot more money than these new heroes are going to do. So that being said, I ended up getting 100,000 holy stars from that. And last night, the Labyrinth alert finally came back out. I went into the Labyrinth with 15,000 gems. I walked out of it with 71,000. No, I obviously didn't win the jackpot, unfortunately, but I ran into a good amount of bosses. I made a lot of gems, and I got a lot of materials. And I only spent $5 on that, and that's not too bad. So I think that another option to make more money is more emphasis in the Labyrinth. I think that if you offered out a better deal, I don't think you have it in shop right now, but you have your Labyrinth item. It gives 3,000 stars, and then that's basically all that it gets. If you made that a little more enticing, I think that you would make a lot more money off of it. What I mean by that is, and going back on the gear, obviously the stats would increase, and that's the whole point of it. I feel like I should say that because some people are not going to get that. But by increasing the level of the gear, it would increase the stats of the gear to match the level. And in addition to that, you could also come out with a new gear set that is level 65 at base. And then boom, there you go. Anyway, Labyrinth is a very good thing. Like, people can make a lot of good stuff off of it. I know that I've gotten a lot of my anti-scouts from it. I hate paying for anti-scouts. I hate paying gems or gold coins or anything for anti-scouts. And I don't have to, because I've done enough with a Labyrinth. I would honestly rather spend $5 and get some holy stars to try and get anti-scouts than I would go ahead and fess up gems to get it. But yeah, like, the Labyrinth is a very good thing. When it's in Labyrinth Alert, I think it's really good, because these gear items are awesome. And also, you have the potential of getting some really good stuff. I've only gotten a jewel chest one time. Only once. But still, like, that was a really good feeling to get. And the free one is still, it's not bad. Like, it's barely not as good as the elite one. And the elite one is only really better if you've saved up enough holy stars for it to matter. Because what you want to do is you want to hit that divine blessing. So maybe up the amount of holy stars that you get for that $5 to 5,000 or maybe 10,000, dare I say. I think that that would be a perfectly fair option. And then, in addition to that, I believe that these heroes right here can go up another rank. Like how they're all rank 8 right now. You see that very clearly. I believe wholeheartedly that offering a rank 9 option would be perfectly fine. And if you do that out of nowhere, and a lot of people want it, then you're going to see a lot of people purchase a lot of Bravehearts in one go. So the second that you release that, if you release the sets like, I know that you have this one out, so let me find it. If you time it and you unlock that at the time that you have Adventure of a Lifetime out, people are going to purchase the heck out of that. They're going to buy so many Bravehearts. I know I personally would buy the heck out of those Bravehearts, because especially the big spenders, they aren't going to want to be running around with rank 8 people when there's rank 9 available. And so they are going to try and get their hands on that gear. And the smart thing to do is to not give them the option of gear that they've probably saved up plenty of the materials for, just doing daily things over the year or so that they've been playing. The better option is to make it all new gear that they can't get. And with that, you can do new hero stages as well. And people would purchase more Bravehearts to get through that. The thing is, people buy Bravehearts. Like, I never heard someone say, like, buying that Adventure of a Lifetime thing is a bad investment. I hear people say it all the time. Oh yeah, that's definitely worth it. 6 Bravehearts plus the other items that you get. I would buy that all the time. The only reason that I used to get it every time it came through. The only reason that I don't now is because my need to upgrade heroes has slowed down considerably now that I have all the ones that I truly want to gold. I have all the combat ones I like to gold. I have all my Coliseum ones I like to gold. He's the only one left that I really care too much to get to gold. The only reason why I want him is because that little bit of a construction speed boost that I can get. That's about it. In addition to that, I know there's one other option. This is another option. Obviously, these are gold ranked right now. If you do one above gold, like where that's maxed out, if you do one above gold, actually I could just go back to this menu and show you. Like how it's white, green, blue, purple, and gold. If you do one above that, I guarantee you a lot of people are going to go for that. And that's going to offer a free-to-play thing for all those free-to-play heroes that people will spend time to invest in. It's going to offer options for the light spenders, because that means that all the pay-to-play heroes have gone up now, and they're all going to be like, oh yeah, like I definitely want to get that up. I want to stay good. So even light spenders, they'll start buying those $5 packs a month. And players like me, I used to do this a lot. I know that a lot of people do this. As you can see, I own most of the heroes. I don't own everyone now. But I was for a while, back around the time that she came out, I was buying the $5 pack of every single hero that came out. I know that a lot of people would start doing that again, even on heroes that they currently have maxed out. They wouldn't be maxed out anymore. So it's an option to build onto what already exists. It adds more depth to it. So people can already have these heroes and they just want to make them better. The ones that they've worked on a lot. I know personally I would work on Ethereal Guide again because I love that hero. And no, I know her last name is like Bon. That's not what I'm named after. So, yeah. But in any case, guys, those are the options that I think are really good for making gear. Oh, in addition to that, jewels. If you offered an option to purchase things that just gave you pay-to-play jewels more often, because I know that there is a chest out that you've done in the past that you do that, I know that people would buy that up. Because right now, it is so hard to get jewels. Like I have 2 blue gear pieces for champion set, and I have a green piece, and I can make another green piece. But I only have 2 green champion jewels and 1 white one. That's it. That's all I've managed to get out of all those items. They're so much harder to get than even the ultra rare items in it, and that's the case with all of these sets. I've got a purple Grim Jewel, I think. And then other than that, I only have blue and lower of all those things. And I mean, I've got almost a purple Terra Jewel, but I've maxed out a Terra Vial, and I can upgrade my Terra Shield a little bit more. I just haven't yet. I haven't bothered to because I don't use it, but I could take it to green, and it's already part of the way to blue, and I still don't even have a purple Terra Jewel, not even one. So if you gave us an option more often, like a regular thing that came out, cycled through, like these ones, where you could get the pay-to-play jewels like in a chest randomized, I know that people buy that up. I would buy that up because I would love to be able to get my hands on a gold pay-to-play jewel, but I feel like purchasing gear, that's not going to be a viable option. And then for people that have maxed out the gear that they want, like I am no longer purchasing oh no. I can think of this. I am no longer purchasing Terrathorn sets, like packs. I never do it anymore because I only wanted my Terra Vial to gold. That's all I cared about. But once I got to gold, I stopped purchasing that because although I do like the idea of the jewel, I'm not going to spend $5, $20, $50, $100 each time that thing comes out in the hope that I might get a white jewel or a green jewel or something like that. It's not worth it. And you're going to run into the case where you're going to get those few people that will spend $22,000 on 2 new heroes in one go, like no problem, that might do it. And they may not even be guaranteed to do it, but they might do it. And that's about it. That's all that you're going to get in terms of that. People are not going to invest heavily into that. So if you dropped an option outside of just purchasing those gear packs, I guarantee you a lot of people would buy into them. I personally would. So those are my tips. And I mean, these are good for the viewers to see because like I hope that you guys agree. If you disagree, please leave it in the comments. If you do agree, then hey, like awesome, but I'd love to discuss this some more. If any of you have any other like ideas that you think are good, also leave them in the comments so we can open this up in discussion. I hope IGG that you watch this video because again, I'm not ranting this time. These are my personal beliefs in how you could continue to make a good amount of money without throwing out options that nobody really has a hope of getting. Like, I'm not purchasing either of those $11,000 heroes. I'm sorry. I'm not. But I gladly still upgraded my Ethereal Guide. I spent, I think, $100 last month doing that. And I was just one player doing that. And I know that other people are still doing it too. In any case, guys, that's the video. Until next time, bye.